Welcome to Youth Political, a youthful program that focuses on youthful ideas, policies, and leaders that directly affect the youth. Today, we start a journey of 1,000 miles. On our first and maiden episode, we are honored and humbled to have the ever brilliant and beautiful Saumu Mbuvi. A brand new dawn for the youthful political minds, a new understanding in matters administration, the freedom of dreaming and taking charge of the future. Welcome to this new world, a world of youthful ideas. This is where we get political. So buckle up, we are about to turn up the heat. Welcome to our maiden interview right here on Youth Political. We are coming live to you from Legend Karen, located along Ngong Road, 100 meters from Karen Shopping Center. Today, we are humbled and honored to be hosting Saumu Mbuvi. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for heeding to our call.
You're welcome.
I will get straight into it. You have considered joining politics,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Why are you joining politics? It's so messy. You can see what is happening.
I know politics is messy, but it's not for the faint-hearted, and I don't think I am.
So you believe you have the heart and the zeal to join politics?
The deal, exactly.
And to take on the bigwigs?
Of course.
Or you consider yourself a bigwig?
At the moment, I'm just strategizing. So I would say I am getting there and planning.
So
just,
when should we expect the big reveal?
Very soon. Very soon. I'm working on it.
How soon is soon?
Because there's something else I've been working on, and I'm going to reveal it soon. So it's going to take me. It's more of a political journey for me because it's going to be a begin of my career. So all my focus is on that first, as I strategize on the 2022 politics.
Okay, and do you feel like the current state of the national politics that is happening currently could directly affect your candidature?
It could, a lot, because also from what the national government is working on, BBI, it's really going to affect a lot of things. First, from the docket I was to vie for. So I guess I have to do a replanning again and strategize on where and what I'm going to vie for.
Okay, my next question is, is your inspiration in joining politics, was it inspired by your dad?
To be honest, I just found myself liking leadership. Yes, he contributed to some of it, because even in school I've always found myself just leading to something. Either I'm a prefect, either I'm a student leader. So it was something that I found myself into because I had that zeal of just serving people. Leadership is more of a calling that you find yourself into. So it wasn't more of that from my dad, but some of it came from my dad. I just found myself serving people since school, and it was something I really loved.
Talking of dad, how's dad?
He's very good. We thank God. Sometimes you have to go through tough times for you to be more tough, and it was a stage for us to know our friends, and God revealed a lot of things to us. So it had to happen. It really had to happen.
So the family is okay, the kids?
We are very well. The kids are fine. Our mother is fine. And our main hero is doing well, getting stronger by the day.
So how did everyone take the whole thing when he was arrested?
We were so hurt as a family. It wasn't easy because he's the one who's everything to our family. He's the one who's the provider, the mentor. So, and the father, the grandfather, he's a pillar, the strongest pillar in our family. So when he was affected, everyone in our family was affected, including my own children. Everyone was affected. My mother was affected. It was the roughest time that we had this year, and actually end of last year.
I follow him closely on social media, and I see that he is directly
involved in raising your kids also. He's a pillar to each and everyone in the family. So the kids, how did your kids take it right now?
My kids were
Did
really
they miss
hurt.
him or they
Yes,
asking about
because
him?
my kids live together with my the
Yeah,
grandfather.
grand-
Sorry, so they are my children even know my mother more than they know me because they spend more time with my mother when I'm out going for work. So when they don't see my dad, when they didn't see my dad, I mean, it was something that really affected them because my firstborn was asking, "Where's their babu?" every time. Where's babu? And they were used to their babu so much because every time babu would come home, he'd come with chocolate. What? So that moment, a child remembers everything. They remember those people who are close. So when they couldn't see babu that time, it was really, they felt the absence, and it kind of affected them. It really kind of affected them. You could see it from them.
Do you feel like you hold a personal vendetta against anyone in the government? Do you feel like this one was orchestrated by the government? Probably.
You don't have permanent enemies in politics. You can't make one, because 1 minute he's your enemy, the next minute he's trying to make things right. And that is how politics is. It is a dirty game that you have to play, and you have to play with wholeheartedly, like you're open. If someone does something, you don't put the grudge. You move on and wait for the next
You're
time.
talking like a politician. So you don't hold any personal vendetta against anyone in government?
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay. During that trying time that probably Dad was was arrested, and then he went to a hospital and everything. Did you have political friends that probably came to console with the family, to try to take heart, these things will pass? Did any of that happen?
Oh, maybe that's friends.
That's friends.
Yeah, my friends were maybe the ones who want to get into politics, but they really supported. Yeah.
Do we have names you can mention?
No, I can't mention names. Sorry. Sorry, I can't.
Marafiki wa mheshimiwa?
My dad's or
Probably
mine?
comment.
My dad's or mine?
Yours or
Oh,
your dad's?
dad's. Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka came. Yes. Yeah, and a lot of them. The rest I can't mention. I'm sorry.
You're already a politician. You can't give us names. So I want us to take a step back and go to when Governor Sonko was elected into parliament as the member of parliament for Makadara. How old were you by then?
I think I was 15.
15.
Yes.
The reason I'm asking you this is because I was in primary school, and I remember by then I had a desk mate whose mom worked for your dad at a club called is it Casolina or
Kasarina, yes.
yeah, in Buruburu.
Yes.
Right? And he used to tell me so much about you guys. So how was it? Did things change? Ama ulikuwa tunatembea kawaida pale?
When my dad became an MP, life was still the same because we were in the same environment, everything, we had the same friends. Unlike when he got into senator and he started getting more people who were fake around, life started changing. We had a lot of fake people around us because the more he was elevating, the more we were attracting more enemies than friends that we didn't know. And then apart from having fake friends, it was hard adapting to that now life, living in a different environment than the one you get umezoea. So
get happy.
Oh yeah, Buru, life ya Buru is simple.
It was Prudential Estate, I remember.
We were in Buru 1 first, and then we came to Prudential. Yeah, because tulitoka Umoja na tukaingia Buru.
So Prudential mko mababi sasa.
Prudential hata siko mababi vile, because life tu ni the same. Buru ni Buru.
Buru ni Buru.
Buru ni Buru. Na maisha Buru mimi maisha Buru, I still love it. Mimi hata nikaambiwa nene nikaishi huko nitaishi.
People from Eastlands see Buru as a safe haven, huko ndio mababi wanakaa. So wewe
Buru, imagine iko na tu mixture ya kila mtu, because ni life too simple, haina mambo mob.
So life never changed. Vitu ziliendelea kama kawaida.
Yeah.
And you went to school normally, normal schools. Au kwenda to my international school?
No. Mimi, by the way, since I was since class 1, I've been in public schools. Sijaenda shule ya private nini. Maybe for my younger sister, because she came later, mi nimeenda public school.
Okay, so moving to now campus life. You are a student leader.
Yep.
Which position?
I was a vice president.
Vice president.
Yes.
How took me through the campaign period? No, just normally
Wow.
in people knowing that you are Mike Sonko's daughter.
Not even that helped me. I was a people's person in school. Mimi ni mtu nikiingia kwa gate nataka kujua huyo anaitwa nani, huyo anaitwa nani. So musalimia mtu from the gate part. Sasa hiyo kitu ya kusalimiana na kujuana na watu ile nifanya mpaka watu wakagopa kuvai against me. Waliona she's so popular that mimi nilienda unopposed. Mimi nilienda unopposed. Hakuna hata mtu alikuja because of the kindness I showed to people. Unajua watu walikuwa na expect nitakuwa na madharau because your father is who and who. But most of the time I would park my car nichukue boda tupige round na mastude nikiongea nao.
Round wapi hapo ziko tukana?
Take what? Na mpaka hadi tatoka hadi twende mpaka hapo hapa sasa center. Then turudi sana nirudi na matrix.
Uko unafika Rongai?
Rongai lazima. Wewe Rongai hapo ndo hideout. Rongai ndo hideout. Yes.
So that is where that was your first substantive political position that you ever held.
Yes.
And you know that you are controlling probably resources.
Exactly.
You are a voice for.
And we were the best leadership.
Really?
Yeah.
So tukapigia mtu yote wajiko current.
Atakwambia.
During time ya Saumu Mbuvi.
Kila kitu ilikuwa sawa. Yes.
Okay. Did that now motivate you now to join the national politics?
That was actually one of the major things that really motivated me to join politics because I loved the fact that I was serving with all my heart, and that passion of being there for people was something that I loved so much. Yeah.
So which position you are going for women, right?
It depends.
It depends.
With
venye
kutana na BBI. Sasa najua BBI ndio imetufunga.
Chama? Which political party? BBI.
Enye itakuwa na Wanjiku nitaingia. Enye itakuwa tu na Wanjiku. But I would prefer going independent, lakini enye itasimama na Wanjiku nitaingia hiyo.
In Kenya, if you're not because you're going in Nairobi, right?
Yes, in Nairobi.
You're going to Machakos.
Nairobi.
So if in Nairobi, definitely independent wanakwanga na very slim chances of getting to positions.
You have
to align yourself with a
political party.
With a certain political party.
Yes.
So which political party?
Sasa hata bado watu wajaanza kufanya coalition.
Watu wameanza ama unangoja coalition?
Kuna juu kutakuwa na coalition mingi. Kuna watu watazaana wazaane. Yani they will intermarry. So you will I'm waiting to see.
You're strategically waiting.
Yeah, lakini penye tu Wanjiku watakuwa wengi ndio mimi ndo nitaenda.
So when you get to probably let's make a wild assumption that you're going to go for the women rep position. How would you get the leadership currently in that position? The women rep of Nairobi, Madam Esther Passaris. How is she faring?
That's a tough question. Esther Passaris, I think she is trying as a leader, but I think she can do better. She can do better because if we put right into this the kitty, women kitty, if we have it, if she could put it into use more and involve women in the projects that she has, and mostly if she can fight for the girl child, at least reduce hata watu tax kwa hizi pads. Manze, wasichana wanasafa sana. You'll find a lady going to sleep with a man just to get a pad, yes, 350 bob. And you know, these are things that are like her, she can really do. Because yes, some girls say in Nairobi, unajua watu wanasema half of them they can afford. But ukiangalia watu wako kwa slums huko, some of them cannot afford these pads, honestly. And hii ni kitu lazima, yani we have to fight for them because you know sex is a choice, but menstruation was never a choice for us. It's something that really happened. And if she can do something, because I saw the other day Namibia removed the tax on easy pads, sanitary pads. If she can do the same and just fight for the girl child, it would really make an impact. Itasaidia wamama wengi huku kugeto sana. Itatusaidia madem nini, itasaidia sana.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate her leadership skills and how she's faring in office? Because if you give us a 10 over 10, that means she should run unopposed in 2022.
I'll give her a 6.
A 6.
Yeah.
You're being fair with just being political.
I'm gonna give her a 6.
A 6.
Yeah, just a 6.
So the 4.
But I feel like she can really do better.
Can really do better.
Because she's a leader who doesn't have a permanent political line moja. She has all-round support from ODM, from Jubilee. Like, she's a leader who can gather her masses together and do something for the women and the girl child.
So what would you do? What would you do differently if you assumed that position that she's not doing?
What I would do differently? Wow. That is if the women docket is going to be there. I think I would bring projects that will bring women together to work together. Mostly like the table banking to support women and grow them, empower them so that they can work together, and also fight for the girl child, which is getting them a way they can get sanitary pads, even if it's free, or get it at a lower price. Those are the things that I would really want to change myself. I would bring women together with that project of mostly table banking. Yes, I think that the women will really be put into use when they have the table banking. They would work together. They would have money to invest and invest more. And once you invest in a woman, you invest in the whole society.
Because the woman is a pillar.
Yes.
You keep saying if the position will be there. Are you a proponent of the BBI?
For me, I haven't yet even gone through BBI, so I wouldn't even talk about it, by the way, because no one has come to educate me and told me, as like me, I'm a common mwananchi, I'm not a leader or something.
But
you
are
at least
got a position in leadership, so if you say you
yes,
not,
I have not
BBI,
yet, because it has not yet interested me. From the few things I just roughly read, I saw really it wasn't part of my interest, because it was something that really benefited more the leaders more.
The elite class.
The elite. No, I would just say the leaders, the ones who in power. Yes, the ones in power.
You're being too careful.
I'm being too careful, because if they would give us a civil education on how us as the mwananchi, we are going to be educated. And also the help loans, I saw about the help loans also.
The tax holiday.
Yeah, tax holiday also, I went through it. But if we can educate the Wanjikus and show them how and how they're going to benefit themselves, that is something that will interest me, because I'm not no one has come to educate me and tell me this is what BBI will do to you. How will it change my life? Because if it's changing the lives of the leaders alone, I don't think I want to be a part of it.
But you want someone to come and take you through the document. You are a leader. You're the one who's supposed to be taking people through the document. Because you are aspiring to get into a position of leadership. So you're the one who's supposed to be No. You see, I think you being at a position of leadership and a person who is aspiring.
Personally, where my interests are, I really didn't find it covered there. So
your interests are not covered there?
Yes.
As the youth?
Yes, as the youth.
You're too careful. So you can tell us if you are BBI Tosha, or do you have to read?
I haven't yet seen my interests have not yet been covered there, so
too careful. Okay. So there's been this narrative that has been going around of multiple choice referendum, where probably instead of being the citizens being forced to adapt the whole document, they vote for specific parts of the document. Where probably if you're good with the tax holiday, you vote for the tax holiday. If you're good with the help loan being given a waiver for probably the 4 years or so. Would you prefer we go that way, or we just stick to a yes or no referendum?
I think that's the wisest thing to do, because the common mwananchi will be able to express what they like and what they don't like about the BBI. That would involve us more. But if we just go for a yes, because people have, most of our leaders have they've passed the BBI already. So us, we have, at least they give us a choice to choose what we are okay with and not okay with. Yes.
Okay, so from your side, multiple choice referendum and BBI battle.
BBI Congo battle.
But you're not opposing it?
I'm not opposing it, but battle.
Work has to be done.
Yes, some work has to be done, kidogo.
Okay, so moving to women in leadership, which women leader, the lady in politics that you feel needs to be recognized and the accolades need to be given to her, and you look up to her?
Martha Karua.
She was my MP.
Karua.
She was my local MP.
She's an epitome of strength, good leadership. Like, I have never heard of any. I don't know if she's. I've never heard of any corruption cases from Martha Karua.
Yeah.
Her leadership was always one of the best. Yes, a lady of integrity. She's one of the most perfect. I'll call her more. Yeah, she's kind of close to perfect.
Yeah. No one is perfect.
Yes, no one is perfect, but she's close to perfect when it comes to leadership. She's a woman I admire.
So should we expect a Mother Karua type of leadership, or a female Mike Sonko type of leadership?
I think when it comes to
Amani mashup.
when it comes to me, I will blend them. I will blend together the two and bring out a unique leader. Not just, I don't want to be a Mike Sonko, I don't want to be a Martha Karua. I want to be me. I want to be so unique in my leadership as Saumu Mbuvi. But I would steal some skills from Martha Karua, Mike Sonko, because I really admire how Mike Sonko serves his people genuinely. Very genuinely. Like, he would do he will do everything and anything to serve his people. He'd go out of his way to make sure mtu wa nyumbani huko aja akose chakula akose nini. He's out of leadership right now, but he's still serving people. That is something that he was born with. It's inborn.
So the kind of leadership, because you said you will mash up them and then come up with a Saumu Mbuvi
yes,
kind of.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
What would you get from Mike Sonko? Is it probably the rescue team, probably something like the Sonko rescue team, the exposes? Because
humanity.
Humanity.
Yeah, his love for humanity.
And he's also a person who doesn't control corruption. So
exactly.
Should you expect also exposes from you? Phone call recordings?
Mine will be a bit wiser.
Okay, did you say his are not wiser?
Oh my God, gosh. cut. No, I didn't say it in a bad way. I said mine will be a bit different then.
And wiser?
Yes, maybe. Because I'd be scared of recording. I'm too scared. I don't think I can do that. I would be scared of recording. But I would find a way. No, he's not careless.
Fearless. I said fearless.
Yeah, he's fearless. Exactly. And me, I'm very fearful. So we are different in that. He doesn't fear anything. He only fears God. But me, I fear a bit.
So you are a leader that could probably be easily intimidated?
Not really. I wouldn't be intimidated, but I'll be careful with what I do.
Probably you'll be systematic in your planning, executing things. That's what you mean?
Yes.
Okay, nice one. What is it, that smile? So what do you feel should be done more in women leadership and empowerment, considering that the 2010 constitution proposed that we have the 2/3 gender rule in all organizations, but right now the bill has never been passed. I think it has been in parliament for a total of 3 times. Each and every time it's dropped.
Yeah, that's why Maraga wanted it to be dissolved. Because it wasn't, put into place. So I think what should be done different with women leadership, they should allow more women into leadership, because I feel women can really do a lot of change than men. But I'm not judging anyways. But also these women, who are these women? So that's also the hardest question. But if there's something that can be done, if they can put more money into the youth kitty and the women kitty to change the lives of so many women. Because a woman is the one who's the backbone of most families. You'll find if the woman is not okay, the family is not fine also, yeah.
So according to you, what you're trying to say is that more women should be given that position, the opportunity to vie. But how should that be done? Through nominations, or should more women be empowered to vie for these political positions?
They should be empowered to vie. Because I believe there are so many good leaders here that are women, but they are scared to come out because no one has come to motivate them or show them the right way. There's so many leaders out here, young leaders, the very young leaders who from school they're trying to vie, and they don't have the right people to push them. Because now, here in Kenya you really have to have connections. These are connections, mtu anakupeleka huko ama unasukuma huko. Because also vying, it takes a lot of money. A lot of money that you have to have maybe godfathers or people to push you.
Do you have because in campus politics, which you are directly involved in?
Yeah.
Currently, we have mostly women leaders, women becoming trouncing their counterparts. We have in Nairobi University, we have Mbuvi, Multimedia University, we have Jennifer Mbogo, who is the president. Do you feel have you interacted with this kind of leaders? Because those are the people that probably will boost you in your.
Mbuvi is out of the seat now.
But she was actually.
I am actually in a group called been supporting them, KUFSLA. It's just for women leadership from Nairobi University, different universities, and they come together. They put their heads together and see how they can change women leadership. And these are young, beautiful ladies that are brilliant ladies that are coming up to now change the way of leadership. And then they want to see women taking up more positions. They want to see women moving forward, and I really appreciate working with a lady called Faith Moyo, and she's really doing well. Nice Mudoni, she was a secretary general from Kenyatta University, and she happens to be a very close friend to me, and she's also vying at Juja. Juja constituency. Yeah, she's going to not the by-election. This 2022, and this is someone who's really been having that zeal from school until now. And yeah, we have a lot of young leaders, Anita, Sonia. They're really working close hand together to make sure that we have more leaders, brilliant leaders, changing the narrative of women in leadership.
So currently we have an online petition that is circulating online about the why are you laughing? About the debt situation that we have in the country. First of all, would you sign that petition?
Me like deni zinaendanga wapi? Anyways, I think we really need the money right now, because looking at the projects that Uhuru has put in place, His Excellency the President has put in place.
Too careful again.
Yes. They are really they need money. The highway needs a lot of money. We have the COVID that has really weakened our economy. We need the money to make things moving, because that's the only way I think we'll get rid of the lockdown. I'm sure if we get the funds, we can have a way to operate through the COVID measures.
So we need the loan.
We just need the loan, yes.
So you didn't
we are
sign
in
the
a bad
petition.
place. We are really in a bad
You didn't
place.
sign the petition to stop IMF from giving us the loan.
To be honest, I'm divided.
That's the situation. You can sign, you wouldn't sign.
Yes, I'm really divided, but
Kenyans feel that this loan is just a recurrent thing that happens. Where
but if
loans are taken.
Ask yourself, if we don't get this loan, what happens? Things are going to be hard. Even the economy will be more. Things will be so tight, because we don't even have the money flow anymore. Because of the lockdown, nothing is moving. No one is making money. So we are in a it's an economic downturn. So the only way we can move forward is if we get that money pumped into the economy, and maybe things can start opening up. That's my take. That's really my take. But if also, it depends with the leaders who are handling this money. How are they going to put it in the right docket and make sure things are running flow? It also depends with these leaders, because are they good at handling the debt that they take? Yeah, it actually depends also with them. I hope that they don't take it and make it for a personal use or a personal project, that they forget that we are at a very bad economy situation, that we need to pump money into the system so that the system can get moving. We don't get into an inflation
kind of situation. Do you believe the government of Kenya is corrupt?
Is there anyone who's not corrupt?
It's not corrupt.
Leaders, okay. The government not corrupt. Some of them, and some are not.
Okay.
Some are and some are not. Because some even suffer into the hands of the ones that are so corrupt. Yeah.
Let's before we move to mental health, there's one question I would like to ask. Since the handshake happened, we have seen things settle down in the national politics. I see you smiling. We have seen things settle down in the state of the national politics that we have currently. Do you feel it was the best decision that the president made? Because some may oppose and say that probably when he made that decision, he left out a certain part of the government. That's why we had factions in the government coming up, like the Tanga Tanga. We had Team Wanjiku, which was led by the governor, former governor. Assume the part of the greater part of the government, that side of the government that was opposing him, which is the opposition.
Just to be honest, I feel like he would have done it better. He would have done the handshake in a different way. Not just consider one side of maybe a political party, one-sided. I felt like maybe if he would have put all leaders and joined them together,
Put them in a round table somewhere.
yes, there's I'd record what our honorable our new president for Tanzania, Samia, what she said. Just I think it was yesterday or the other day. She said there's okay, you can, when you want to go faster, you go alone, but when you want to go when you want to go united, when you want to go in a better way, you go together. There's a lot of power in unity. If he united his deputy together with the honorable Raila and moved together as one, there would be a lot of changes, because everyone would come with different ideas and table them and tell them, and then they'll tell each other, this we have to put Kenya in the front line, and this is how we can do it. But if there's like that side lining, there's always going to be opposition. There's going to be forces that will fight what your agenda was. But if there was that unity of working together, I am so sure they would have worked better and more effective on what they want to do as their agenda of making their handshake between them two.
So you maintain that the handshake was not well executed?
Yes, exactly.
So
according to me, yes.
Does that mean you subscribe to the hustler narrative?
Me, I'm an amateur in politics, but that is what I see. That is what yes.
So you're a big champion of mental health.
Yes.
Considering that you have publicly declared that you have a condition.
Yes.
Which is bipolar.
Yes.
So what? Take us through that for a bit first.
Oh, yes. I was diagnosed with bipolar, and it's not it's not a wild condition that people exaggerate it to be. It's something very manageable, because it's a change of your emotions, something that you can handle. And sometimes you'll have not wild, but you'll have very big ideas that you want to do. The most advantageous thing about being bipolar is you are born very creative. So you have a very creative, you have that creative part of you. Yes. So being bipolar is nothing so hard. You just get on medication and you move on.
So which is your creative, the creative part that you have?
I'm just creative with ideas, things that I want to do, and yeah.
So
and also, I
drawing.
draw, but I'm not so good. I find myself drawing, just painting things, yeah. That's what I do when I'm bored.
So what do you feel that mental health has been put into consideration by the current government, considering that during the pandemic we had a lot of these things cropping up where people are diagnosed with mental problems?
I feel like the government can do better if they take, because nowadays everyone is affected by this. You get depression. You find someone is going to hang him or herself. I feel like the government maybe should introduce mental health education, so that people can get to understand what this mental health is all about, what depression is, what bipolar is, because maybe you have it and you actually don't know, and you find yourself going rough on people, and it's something you have to come in within yourself and know what you're going through.
So what would you do differently that is not being done when you're in a position?
I
to
would
learn
really
this?
suggest, like, I would even push, if I can push the government to introduce mental health education in schools and get to educate people more on what mental health is all about and how you can take care of your mental health, because this is something that it is upon you yourself. It is your decision as a person.
Still on mental health, in a past interview with a YouTube channel, Jay's Bubble,
Uh-huh.
you talked about once contemplating suicide.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
There are two stages of, if you're bipolar, there are two stages that you get. You get the hypomania. Hypomania stage is when you're at your worst. Like you can't handle your feelings, you're so stressed. That is your hypomania. And your mania stage is when you're very creative and you're very happy. You want to do things. You have so many ideas. So at your hypomania, when you go, I was going through a very rough time that really dragged me down, and I felt so low. I felt alone. I didn't have so many friends to talk to about, because most of the time I used to be alone. I found it hard to make friends with people because people were coming to me with different interests, not just to have a friend in me. So yes, at some point I felt suicidal.
Do people want to be friends with you probably because you're Mike's uncle's daughter?
Of course, yes. Why not? Not just that, people have come with different motives to date me with such motives, to be my friends with such motives, and at the end of the day, they really show their true colors, and life moves on.
Life moves on.
Yes.
So moving on to social life, because after all, we are not all about politics. Recently, we have been making headlines everywhere on blogs. You've kept the blogs busy. Ameuza na jina yako with the public breakup with Lamu Senator and what how's it going for you?
Very perfect.
Huh?
Very perfect. I've never been happier
Yeah.
than this before. Never felt free. Never felt like never felt to know myself this much. This is a time that I have given myself time to understand myself, because most of the time I'm dating someone. So this time I gave myself a break, and yeah, I think I'm getting to love this new me.
So have you forgiven him?
Forgiving him for what exactly?
Surely. You posted on your Instagram that he once got physical with you. That's why.
No, let God handle it.
Uliachia Mungu.
Hiyo nimeachia Mungu. Yes. Nimeachia Mungu kwa sababu hizi ni mambo za dunia. Now only God can handle it.
But I think that is goes back to what you are talking about being a champion for women. This thing should not be happening if they are happening to a person like you with even the direct link probably the governor. Huh?
It's true.
So how do you feel it should be handled? Have you reported it? Did you feel like you should
To
report
be
it?
honest, I feel like I didn't do enough, because I want to be a leader for the women mostly. I didn't fight for the women enough, and I want to come up and find a way I can join women together, how they can learn to walk away when it gets ugly, because GBV is real. Also nowadays, also men get abused, by the way, and these are things that also have come out, maybe more because of the pandemic. You get to know the person you are with together, but GBV has always been there. So women should we come together and find ways that we can fight out GBV.
So do you feel like probably you should have done more, since considering you are people look up to you, many young people look up to you, and this is something that should probably be handled by the investigative bodies, the police. You feel like you should have done more, and probably you should even currently do more so that you empower other people, because if someone like you probably never talked about it and never reported it, what will someone else? Yesterday in the news, a young lady from Githurai was defiled by a person of I think 70 years. So do you feel you should do more?
Yes, I feel like I should do more.
And will you?
But I will do more. But the reason why in this situation I couldn't have done anything is because an innocent child was involved.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Is that what apparently?
Who happens to be, yes.
The daughter to.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
But people would ask her and say that probably the normal people will say kama ni mtoto wa probably Mike Sonko, who has direct links to have people in
I would
authority.
fight for people's I would do anything and fight for the women who are going through the same situation. But for my situation,
You feel it's a special one that should be handled probably in a
I had to leave it to the elders to
so
yes.
other people above you
other people above me
handling it.
to help me handle it.
So how is your relationship with Ida Bambi?
Is she important? Why should I talk about her? I'm sorry, I can't.
You can't.
Yes.
In a past interview, you've talked about the relationship between you and Ben Gatu.
Yes.
And how is it faring?
Very well. Ben Gatu is my good friend, and he's a good father.
So should you expect you in a relationship anytime soon?
Must it be a relationship? No.
Or probably you're getting
right now I'm giving myself time off. Yes.
And concentrate on probably politics?
My career path.
Okay.
It's more than politics.
So you're also a businesswoman.
It's bigger than politics.
You're also a businesswoman?
Yes.
What do you deal in?
A lot of things. I venture into so many things. I want to start a makeup line with my sisters. I am into real estate. I run a real estate company, and I also work for Crystal Gate Company.
Nice.
Yes, and plus there's more coming, but I don't want to talk about it now.
Don't preempt.
No. dash. Coming soon.
Exclusive.
Coming soon. Let it hit the headlines.
So we get to one of my most interesting parts of this. Which is the quick fire.
Yes.
Simple question. Want to test if the incoming women rep, the senator, Nairobi County, anakumbuka what alisoma in primary school and probably high school. So
Sisi tunaweza Google.
Hiyo ni kuiba mtihani na KCSE is going on.
Yeah, question number 1, yes sir.
We start with Swahili ama
Any.
Which bird is known as the universal symbol for peace?
Dove.
Nice one. The smallest planet on the solar system.
My very educated mother just made just 9 planets. Mercury.
Mercury. Nice one. Okay. Uko sawa. You're good. So, which country in the world is considered to have the most miles of motorway?
Miles of?
Motorway.
Hiyo sikusoma.
I know hiyo kusoma, but ni country gani iko na barabara mingi constructed roads? Which one do you think? Make a wild guess.
US. I know.
Are you sure the answer? Are you sure? You can change.
US.
Okay. It's China.
China.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say China.
Kiswahili kidogo. Simba mwenda pole.
Hajikwai.
Mwenda pole hajikwai.
Mwenda pole?
Hajikwai.
So Simba mwenda pole?
Simba mwenda pole.
So hiyo ni nini?
It's a methali.
Oh, ni methali. Nafaa kuzipea answer.
The answer. Simba mwenda pole.
Si ni tortoise.
Ndiye mula nyama.
Oh, ndio mula nyama.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lion that walks slowly will watch, look and pounce.
Simba mwenye Simba.
Who was the third vice president of Kenya?
Tunulize to the shortest serving vice president.
I know that one will know. It's the third vice president of Kenya.
Joseph Karand. Nani alikuwa vice president?
I'm also counting.
Wana count aje? Nani wa
I have a song that we used to sing.
Ebu sing it. Sing it now. You've been asking questions.
It's Oginga, Murubi, Moi,
then Moi,
Karanja, Saitoti, Mudavadi.
Oginga was the vice president.
Yes, the first.
The first. Oh yeah, nimesahau. Okay.
So it's Moi.
It's Moi,
Yeah.
by the way.
Your favorite hangout spot? Which is-
Me?
Yeah. Malu, ukitoka tu hivi.
Hiyo ni swali ya quick spot ama.
Quick fire. Tunasikia nayo.
Mimi, my favorite. You know my favorite place.
I want to know.
Oh. Okay, my bed. Home too.
Okay, this one. Something that you can't leave your house without.
My charger and my phone.
You can.
After
Just put a
that-
mali bila simu.
Simu. Because Simu is my everything.
Okay. Best food?
Pilau. Na chapati dondo. Chapati dondo. Hiyo ndo napenda.
That was a good one. So, as we wrap up, I'll give you a minute to probably give your last sentiments and your youthful idea that you'll give to the youth out there, and probably omba pia kura. Camera can take this one.
Hi guys. So what I'd like to tell the youth ni sahi mushikane. We can really change the incoming leadership, because we are the ones that will determine the leadership of tomorrow. Let's not be used into riots. Let's not be misused by leaders. Let's come together and see how we can change leadership just for good. We have to work together so that we get good leaders and better leaders. And nawapenda sana. Mkinisikia niko kwa ballot tu we chagua tu, lakini si sahi, but strategizing nawapenda.
That has been it from Saumu Mbuvi herself. We told you, we promise, and we deliver. A very big thank you to legend Karen for hosting us right here. This is Proactive TV. The production crew, that is Marco Arts, my directors, and the executive producer Chege Karaoke, DJ Clipon mwenyewe, and the Proactive family at large. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you next week for another exciting episode of Youth Political.